Morning, everyone. It's 8:18. I'm getting started a little bit on the early side today because the economic news that we have coming that I would normally wait for isn't coming this morning as early as I thought. We have IHS market, um, manufacturing and service PMI, but they don't come out until 9:45. And we also have existing home sales, but they don't come out until 10. And that's it for economic news today. There is a bunch of it during the week. We have the Fed minutes, etc. That they actually should not be too much of a surprise, considering um, you know what the markets have done and what the Fed speakers have already said. Okay, you know that commercial for Geico about the big house, but we have ants? Well, this morning we have ants. Ant Group in a deal with the NBA. I have no clue what that's going to mean or where you're going to see any advantage from it, but it's a headline. And Ant-Man and the Wasp, number one at the box office with 104 million over the weekend. It's a pretty good number. I mean, you have to remember it was a 3-day weekend, so 104, 200 would have been pretty nice, or 150, but still 104. And with the market showing down 320 at the open and Disney being basically unchanged, that's good enough for me. Haven't seen the why of it, but the Nike CEO is out. It's also not really hurting that one. 123.04 down $1.80. On the earnings front, Home Depot misses on revenues, beats on earnings. You need to remember they can screw around all that they want to show earnings, but it's not possible to show revenues. The stock closed 317.95 on Friday. It has been as low as 303.11. Last is 305. That's down 12.95. And just so you know, of that 318 down on the Dow, Home Depot is 100 of it. Also with earnings, with a beat, both top and bottom, was Walmart, but they gave kind of crappy guidance. So the stock closed at 146.44, and on the headline moved up to 150.12, so it was up almost five. But then when the actual information came out, it moved back down to 139.17. The last is 141.28. That's down 516, or just under 5%. As far as the futures, grains are up, oil is up, naturally, nat gas is down. Heating oil down 4.8 cents, up 4.8 cents, gasoline up 3 cents a gallon. And it doesn't really surprise me much on the heating oil, seeing as it was 64 here yesterday, and this morning it's 34 and snowing. And by the end of the week, we're supposed to be back towards 60. And then on Saturday, we're supposed to have a low of 8. I know it's not overwhelming if you live in Minnesota or Wyoming or anything, but it's pretty strange here that we get these kind of swings in the middle of the winter. Gold down 690, but silver up 7.5 and up 8.7 cents in the copper. I'm really getting tired of missing this one on days where our market isn't open or overnight. I'm probably going to buy some CPER, which is the US copper ETF, and just go a little lighter as a way to manage risk. The chart on it is really overwhelming. If you missed it in the weekly letter, this is what it looks like. I also posted this on Discord yesterday. As you can see, let's go log in so that it'll give me all of my lines that I drew. Okay, this is the daily. It's a pretty clear breakout. And on the weekly, it's better from the standpoint of it hasn't moved as much relative to that. Clearly, a close over 425.15 will take us, I think, substantially higher. This is a play on whether or not you really think that China is reopening and to everyone's advantage. But it is a very constructive move. This was an all-time high, and after that all-time high at $5 and change, we got all the way down to uh, let's see what the number is, 313. So a move of $1.90 on 5, that's 40%. We rallied to resistance, higher low, couple of weeks of consolidation, back up and breaking that high, coming back down and testing the moving average, which had already crossed 2 weeks before. Higher low, rally, higher low, right on top of where the break to the downside is. So I'm not really willing to miss this one again. If you're interested and you don't want to play the ETF, I would take a look at some of the stocks, Rio Tinto, FCX, maybe BHP. So there you have it. All right, everyone. Last look at the Dow futures down 332, Nasdaq down 146, and the S&P is down about 35. The 210 yield inversion is about